Today, we digging into the minds of the artists. What makes them write what they write? How do they come up with these schematics, this perspective? Even though some of these people ain't lived this life, they still find a way to put that message out there. Where does it come from? Where does the consistency come from? It starts with Zen, my guy. No matter who you is, everybody got it. Everybody tap into it different ways. Everybody got different things that make them click, you know? Mine, subconsciously when I do that, it puts me in the mentality of let's get it, let's go. You know, we about to get into something, and I'm psyching myself up. So what we getting into today? We getting into support aspect. What can support or the lack thereof do to your mentality or your motivation? That's what we getting into today, man. Y'all tap in, man. Y'all hit that like button. We about to get it in. When we talking about support, it's always two points of views to this. It's the supporter and the supported. The supporter is always gonna feel different from the dedication to they gonna see every little thing, to the reaction to the songs, to the involvement of the process. They want to know what you're doing now, what you're doing later. They want to know what you're getting into. What's the process? What's happening right now? What have you been making? Or can I critique? I want to critique every little thing that you got. I want to understand how you got to where you at, right? I want to go to all your pages, but you're going to see them now. And a lot of people don't realize that's it. When your people coming out with an album, just retweet, share it, nothing too major. Guess what? That person knows, hey, damn, I'm doing this for a reason. They let me know, like, hey, this ain't for nothing. Let me know, like, damn, there's people that's actually watching, you know? You don't really know the process. You don't really have the time and the dedication and to really understand what you really going through. So the artists don't really paint a good picture for you and really put it out there and tell you what you need, what they need you to do in order to support them, you're gonna be lost, you know? And if they don't have something consistently in your face, your attention goes like this or whatever, right? So at the same time, it needs to be earned. Your time needs to be earned. If that person ain't working hard, you don't deserve to spend your time listening to their stuff or whatever supporting them. But if that person is going hard, every time you go to Facebook, you see something, this and that. All right, let me, not every time. You ain't gotta do too much. Just a little something. Yeah, just let me know. Hey, it be like that. Making music or whatever it is you do every day and getting to a point where you post it and you share it and you bring it to people's attention and you look the next day and you don't see nothing. You don't see no views, no likes, nobody shared it. But you realize like, damn, well maybe I ain't going hard enough, or maybe they don't see it, maybe they don't. But when you look on their pages, you see they active, they see it. But guess what? You ain't doing enough. And that's what hits right here. That's what hurts. That's what make you stay up at night. That's what make you wanna go hard every day for this shit. But you can't just go hard for no reason. It gotta be a direction. It gotta be movement. It gotta be a goal to where you're going. You can't just jump in here and get in the kitchen and cook. What you cooking? What are you cooking for? How many people? You gotta think. So you gotta start to turn everything into motivation. Let's tap into that motivation. Instead of seeing everything as, discouraging and shit that piss you off, use that to a level that you realize like, okay, if I was famous, they'll be knocking down my fucking door. Okay, where am I at now? I gotta knock their door down. It is what it is right now. So how you do that? How do you knock a door down? Consistency, dedication. And these things can't just go. They gotta go to a specific spot, right? So that means you're gonna have to get back in your bag. You gotta go get back in your bag, man. You can't be steady doing the same thing every day. You can't be just making beats, just making songs, well, what are you doing? You gotta start trying to make projects, trying to come out with schematics, rollouts. You gotta have your shit on all platforms. You can't just be going to studio every day. Like, bro, what are you doing? You're spending all this money on studio time, and where's it getting you? You don't even own half of the music that you even paying all this money for. And then you're not even paying the money to get it mixed. So what I suggest, go back to the drawing board. Go back to step one if you got to. There's no problem with disappearing for a year and working on your shit, bouncing back. They're not gonna support you every day. Some of them might not even support you, but that don't mean they don't love you. That don't mean they don't care about you. It's just you ain't on that radar. You ain't doing it enough. So I had to turn that hate to motivate. You know what I'm saying? Turn that shit to where you want it to be, right? Every day I might spit a freestyle, I might spit something. I'm looking at reaction from my kids, to my girl, to my friends, to my peeps, to the people I work with. There's levels to this shit. If I can't get my son to jam, my kids to jam, how I'm gonna get y'all to rock? I had to stop and realize what I'm doing. Even a kid know the simplest things when it comes to music or whatever, even movies. They know. So as you get older, you start to forget those. You start to look over those little things. You start to try to be perfect in everything. Take one thing, scope that, and then build onto that. You know, one step at a time. Until I really get in that booth into a top studio and rub shoulders with these right people and have my merchandise lined up, everything ready, all my music on all my platforms already, I'm not doing it right. I have to get to the point when I realize, like, okay, if I'm not doing that, I'm not doing nothing. So realizing you're not doing nothing is that stab in the heart that you need to get you right. Because right now you high off of your talent. You floating, just the possibilities of what I could be, and possibilities of just if I got in this right place, if I did this, if I got with these, if you high. And then when you do get good, you get in the studio, you kind of, yeah. You bullshitting that because you feel like it's already a hit because I know what I'm doing and motherfuckers fuck with me. You gotta get in that bitch. Don't play. I can get any studio. I can get a song done in 30 minutes. It's about timing. You paying time. You paying for your time. So if you go in this bitch and you still writing in the studio, you lost, brother. You paying the studio man. You think he gonna say something? Hell no, he gonna. What you need, bro? Hell no. Write your song, memorize it. Once you memorize it, I like to drop it on my little studio at the crib. That way I can kind of get a good gist of what I'm doing. Memorize that shit. Now I can kind of, tweak it a little bit up here. So then by the time I go to the studio, I done already enhanced the beat. Because I made the beat. I enhanced the beat by the time I get there. I done added everything I need to add to this point. Get in that motherfucker. I already got the verses. I got it to the point where I got my shit laid down. Boom. 30 minutes. Especially like an hour or that last 30 minutes. Go ahead and mix that shit. And I'm usually up out of there. It be mixed good enough to be up out of there in an hour. And he might say cheap shit, but I was getting at least knew what the fuck I wanted. I'm in that bitch. Okay, put reverb in that. Put a drop on this. Take this off. Put that on. Okay, make it do this right here. The engineer looking like, damn. Okay, he makes. That's how you get that shit done. You can't be in that bitch playing. If you don't know what you want, you gotta know exactly how you want your song to sound. You gotta know exactly when you gonna punch it. You gotta know exactly, and it kills more time. That way, boom. Okay, I can come in this bitch for the fucking 3 hours because I know I'm gonna get fucking at least 3-4 songs done, 5 songs. Come on now, because to be honest, I can record 4 songs in them 2 hours, and then them next 2 hours just mix them hoes. I'm telling you. And I get up out of there, and that man say he emailed that shit to me, boom, 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 that's it. Play that shit in the car. We gotta be more efficient, bro. If we gonna do this shit, we gotta be efficient. I'm speaking we. I'm speaking French up in this bitch. We. You feel me? Cause y'all with me, man. Yeah. Unfortunately, in this industry, right, you ain't gotta have talent. It's about this mognon. It's about that dollar bill. Yeah, but you just gotta get your shit up to the point where you can get an investor. So when you do get that, you gotta. At this point, I'm at this point where I gotta get that shit about me. You feel me? After a couple years of failure, you start to go in a little bit. You start to be more reserved. You start to doubt yourself. You know what I'm saying? I'm at that point where I'm down myself. But hey, you know what time it is, but ain't none of that shit. As soon as I get to that, I'm like this. Boy, look at all this shit I done accomplished. I ain't did nothing on a big scale, but when it come to minute things and when it come to learning what I need to know at my level, beats, writing, performing, I know a little bit about a little Adobe in that bit, you know what I'm saying? Photoshop, I took a little time on everything. So now we finna take off. But we gotta get to that point mentally first. Get your motherfucking coffee. Smoke your shit, you know what I'm saying? And we out of here. It's your boy Zerk, Therapeutic Perspective. That's good.